Hello and welcome. Let's get started. Facebook Live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. And this is number, and now I have to check, 26. It's 9920. Magical number, 99. September 9, 2020. Who knew when we started this venture in March that I would have 26 Facebook Live? 26 is a good number. 26 miles is a marathon. We all in this together. It is a marathon. It is not a sprint. And we have to be patient. I think this time has showed us that we need to be patient. And I can only talk for myself, but I'm not the most patient person. I think I have a lot of patience with others. I'm an executive coach. I can listen well. I can take my time. But when it comes to myself, I'm not very patient. I like to have things done yesterday. I like to have things done the Speedy Gonzalez way, super fast. So I'm not really a patient person. So then how can you learn to be more patient? Well, for one thing, I've been talking many times about a routine, and I think a routine creates, at least for me, I can only speak for myself, and I want to emphasize that whatever I say, if this does not work for you, this does not work for you. We hear many times those top thought leaders tell us what to do, what not to do, and then you're like, this doesn't really work for me. Like people say, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, this does not work for me. I get a headache at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I know it doesn't work well. I can get up at 5, but you don't want to be around me at 2 or 3 o'clock because then I'm like, I don't know, I need to take a nap. No, I cannot take a nap at 2 or 3 o'clock when I have another coaching and I want to be alert and awake for my clients. I cannot say I'm tired today. I need to be up and running with 100% or 110% energy all the time for my clients. So this morning I was talking to somebody and she says, I am always nervous. I'm anxious, I'm stressed out. I'm working on many projects. I'm so stressed. So how can you calm yourself down and create a calmness that surrounds you? Because we all know if you're calm, everybody around you is calm. If you're nervous, you're sending out this energy and people are getting also nervous. You might think, why am I nervous when I'm with such and such a person? It's that energy that we take in from the other person. So I thought like maybe we should just analyze that calm, and because she's Italian, I use the word calma, which means calm in Italian. So let's look at the C, which can stand for the comfort zone. So if you're nervous, let's retract back to what we know and what we know that works for us. Again, that works for us. That's the emphasis. So if you are better in the morning to focus on a project, then start your work in the morning. Some people who are creative, they like to work in the afternoon. Well, then do your work in the afternoon. Do something meaningful all the time, obviously, in the morning, and just get in the flow. Invite the flow. So not everybody needs to be at the desk. If you're working from home from 9 to 5, if you're very productive from 2 to 5, then use that time to work and be efficient, successful, productive, and happy. Because in the morning, you might be not so good. So why not maybe clean up your inbox, maybe do something just around the house, fold the laundry, what have you, but something that gets you going, that when that 2 o'clock comes around, you're up in the game, right? So find the right time to be in your comfort zone to perform the best that you can. The A is actually for agile or being flexible. So when you're working in a team and you might think like, I'm stressed out, how can you be agile and almost trick yourself to be calm and exude that calming energy? You have to be flexible, trick yourself. It's about prepared spontaneity. You can prepare yourself. Again, it's how can we prepare ourselves to be calmer, less stressed, less anxious when you're working with people together, or even if you are an individual contributor. And also working from home. You don't have your team around you. How can you be flexible? Learn how to be flexible. Learn how to maximize your time. Be agile and do the best that you can at the best time. So when somebody sends me a message from Europe, they want to talk to me at their 12 o'clock, which is my 6 a.m. I'm like, is it possible to maybe start your 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Because I don't do my best work and I'm not very flexible at 6 o'clock in the morning. So use that time and maybe say you have a meeting already, but who has a meeting at 6 o'clock in the morning? Sometimes we do, but 6 o'clock in the morning is not necessarily my best time, because if I have a 6 o'clock in the morning meeting, that means I have to get up before. I need to look presentable somewhat on the Zoom call. So if I can prepare to be my best, I don't like to start to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. But as an executive global coach, it's not always avoidable. So work when it is the best time. So again, work in your comfort zone, but be agile and flexible when you need to adjust. The A could also be for adjust. The L is for leadership. So show your leadership qualities, your characteristics that you can bring to the table. I always say, you are the leader. You are the CEO of your own life. Everybody is a leader. Everybody has to lead their life. Everybody has to live their life. So make the best out of it. And the L on a personal level also should be love. Love yourself. Be happy where you are at the moment. And you're good enough. You are good enough. You were chosen to do a job. Like again, my client this morning, I said to her, I could not do your job. And she was like, oh yeah, that's true. She's an engineer. I could not do her job. Please don't put me in an engineer department. I can coach the people, but I cannot do math on a regular basis. I mean, I can do some math, but probably not at the level that she is performing. And she says she loves math. Okay, I don't. So again, see that you're in the comfort zone, you're flexible. It's about leadership qualities, but it's also about the love. And it's about the love for what you do. Remember, Steve Jobs says, love what you do what you love. If you put me into a finance or engineering department, I might not love it so much. So don't put me there because I might not like my job. But if I have to do that job, I certainly could step up and learn it. L is also for learning. So leadership, love, and learning. And my main mantra is L3, L to the third power, which is actually lifelong learning. Many times when I teach my classes at New York University in global talent management, I see all young, aspiring people who come to my class. They want to learn. I'm wondering if you are in your organization for 5-10 years, don't you have to learn new skills? Like we just saw, the world is upside down. The new normal is upon us. Don't we need to learn new things? Now we had to learn Zoom. We had to be presentable on the Zoom. We need to be comfortable with the Zoom. So we had to adapt to the new normal with lifelong learning. So it's about lifelong learning, and don't give up. I heard people say that I'm too old to learn. Nobody is ever too old to learn. Learn something that is fun to you, that is interesting to you, and that you are passionate about. Love what you do what you love. Find out what else you can do. M from Kalma, M certainly is the motivation. Be motivated. Be motivated what you do, and be top motivated with the quality that you're performing, that you're showing, that you bring to the table. When you look at sports, me as an athlete, as a weekend athlete, I'm motivated to be happy and healthy. I like to work out, not every single day, but I like to work out and to feel good. So this is my motivation to perform really well in my other duties of my job. So the motivation gets you going. And again, it's about the good routine. It's about love what you do what you love, and then you're much more motivated. And for sure, there are tasks that I do not like so much out of my job. There's always things that we don't like so much out of our jobs. What is it for you? The spreadsheets, the planning, the scheduling. Sometimes it's fun, but when you have to change all the time and correct it and see that you're not overscheduling yourself, that's a hard job. This is not really my job description, but it's part of what I'm doing. So I have to schedule my clients. I don't outsource that yet because it would be too difficult to, hey, can you change this? Can you change that? The minute I'll send a message to change, the change already has happened. So even if it takes a little while, I still do it myself with some help of Google Calendar, where we can see all the different time zones. That is super important to me. And a little math. So I'm challenging myself to do some math, but we also have tools that can help me. So that's what I mean. Be flexible, prepare. That's the prepared spontaneity that we can all learn from. So this is calm, but then the A, when we think about Italian, calma, it's about the achievement, it's about accomplishment. I think it's the success that you can be proud of. So when you are exuding calmness in your day-to-day life, it can be in the professional life or in the personal life, people gravitate to you. They must know what they're doing. What is your secret? How can you be so calm and accomplished? How did you get to where you are today? These are the questions I would like to ask. What is your secret to be calm and composed when we go through a difficult situation like the COVID? What has helped you to get through this? Well, it's one day after the other. We're getting used to it, right? But this is not really our comfort zone. A comfort zone would be much more of, we have a routine, every Monday we do this, every Tuesday we do this. This is much easier to comply and perform at the high level. But now that the times have changed, and who knows if we ever go back to January of 2020, probably never. We cannot go back to January 2020. Think, we're now in September of 2020. We'll need to look forward. If we look backwards, we're missing out an opportunity. Don't look back. Look back in what you have achieved in those 6-7 months that you have been working from home. What can you be proud of that you have achieved? Be calm. Get out of your comfort zone now. Be agile. Love what you do. Show that you are the leader. Be motivated and celebrate your accomplishments. I think that's what I want to just give to you today, to be happy and healthy. And it is a marathon, right? So we have 26 episodes today. 26 miles is a marathon. And also, if you listen to my podcasts, and podcasts can be listened to on any of your podcasts platforms like Apple, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, what have you, you find me with the name Take It From the Iron Woman. And basically, Take It From the Iron Woman is based on my book that is still available on Amazon as an ebook or a paperback. And obviously it's based on my accomplishment that I have finished the Ironman in Lake Placid 5 years ago already. But as they say, anything is possible. That's the Ironman mantra. And once an Ironman, always an Ironman. And I'm the Iron Woman. So listen to my podcast this Monday, Labor Day Monday. I always feel like this is an important day when things start up new, afresh. So listen to my podcast on how to motivate yourself to be calm, probably, to start a good fall season. In the fall, a lot of things are happening. It almost feels like in spring, nature is waking up. And now nature is kind of like slowing down, but the schools are starting, new projects are starting. Why not set yourself up for success, but with a good mindset? And when you think about the Zoom meetings that we have, just be natural. How would you, if you meet somebody for the first time, how would you present yourself? Well, be natural, right? That Facebook Live comes more natural after a few sessions. So you set it up, it's 1 o'clock, every Wednesday we have a session here. I'm here for you. And if you have questions, do not hesitate, but please do reach out to me. I'm happy to answer many questions. I might have an answer, I might not have an answer. That's also part of leadership. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. Again, I want to reiterate, we have podcasts every Monday. It's more about sports, about business. Wednesday, today we have actually Aaron Glover from New Zealand, but he starts the podcast with, "Hi, I'm Aaron from the Bronx." Not like J-Lo. J-Lo is also from the Bronx, but he moved to New Zealand. So we can learn about his many transitions he has gone through, and with a smile on his face. He says, it's a step at a time, a day at a time, and don't be so hard on yourself. And then sometimes we have bonus episodes over the weekend. You can chime in when you have your coffee and your croissant or your fruits in the morning. So you can listen to short episodes. I like to keep my episodes short, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. I think that's the attention span we have these days. So short episodes where you can learn from leaders in the industry or in sports, or just to have some fun. So this Monday, I gave some insights on motivating yourself to have a good fall season. It's September, October, November, December. How can you prepare yourself to be motivated and calm? Wednesday is another episode today with Aaron Glover, and also Saturday, a second part of how you can get through transitions that are not always so easy. It's about asking for support. And think about that. Asking for support doesn't mean that you're weak. Asking for support is actually showing your strength, that you need help. Ask for support early on. If it's too late, it's too late. And many times I said, as my example of the career coach, who was not the nicest advice that I got, if you go and want to buy a pair of shoes, if you go into the first shoe store and you don't like the shoes, what do? You go into the next, until you find your shoes. Or even the example gets easier. If you order your preferred shoes, like running shoes, online, you don't like them, they don't fit your foot well, what do you do then? You send them back. So what does that mean? If you're asking for support, if you find a person and you don't like them, talk to another person. You can talk to me. Okay, I hope you get this. If you don't like what you get, talk to another person. Don't be shy, be bold, be brave, and dare. So again, Monday, Wednesday we have podcasts, Wednesday is the Facebook Live, and Friday we have a blog, more than 500 blogs so far. And the goal for this year is to have 100 podcasts, and I'm on episode 84, so I think that is possible if I keep going. If you wanted to be on the podcast, let me know. If you have an interesting story, let's get this recorded. I think that's all for today. So I was speaking about Kalma, so get out of the comfort zone, be agile, leadership, love what you do what you love, motivate yourself, and celebrate your accomplishments. If you have questions, don't be shy to reach out. And I love to do coaching for you and with you. And we can have a look at your LinkedIn profile. We can have a look at your resume. We can polish it up. Whatever your needs are, we want to make sure you are set up for success. Take It From the Iron Woman is the podcast that you can listen on all the platforms. So I wish you well. Have a happy Wednesday and a happy and healthy and sane and fantastic rest of the week. See you next week. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening.